Hello guys, welcome back to BST African Electronic Surgery on a Wednesday night, and we have a pretty damaged motherboard for TV. This is some kind of 29-inch TV from another repair shop. They opened this, you know what, people are trying by all means to pay less nowadays. The reason why most of people they bring things like this, because he's trying to fix, you think maybe it's a fuse or something, but that's not the case here. So the owner said, I opened the TV, I checked what I found. You can see we have a blown up chip here. That is our first problem, which I believe this is the sound, the audio amplifier IC chip, because next here we have the speaker connector, and this chip is blown up. That's our first problem. Our second problem, we have a small power supply here. You can see coil, and we have a chip next to the coil. This chip is blown up also. And the third one, we have this chip like MOSFET next to this coil. This is another power supply with the driver, which is also blown up. That's a pretty damaged board. Obviously, we don't have the owner brings it like this. Here we have the panel for the switch buttons. That's for the LED for the standby light. Okay. What do we have here? We have the screen connector, and obviously our AC cable is there. So can you fix this? Let me plug the AC to the AC adapter. Plugged. Obviously we have nothing here. No light, no sign of life, just dead. What I want to do, I'll skip other things, fuse, rectifier, I'll go on the big capacitor and check for 300 something volts there. That's our capacitor. Okay, it's AC. You can see on the screen 327 volts. So that means my rectifier is working. The fuse is not blown up, and our problem is on the secondary, obviously. So let me unplug the AC. Okay. We still have voltage there, like 19 volts. Let's discharge this capacitor. Our capacitor is discharged. So let's look for other boards and replace those components. We have so many boards for space here. We have so many boards for space. And I found something, the audio amplifier. You can see this one here. I can't see the number because the chip is blown up, but they are doing same thing. So I'll replace this with this one. Okay, that's the first step. Hopefully this won't be a challenge to me, but let's try. Let's try to see. Yeah, that's a mess here. That's a mess. Everything is messed up here. Everything is messed up. We also have missing tracks here. Okay, let's take down our chip. I'll see how I'm going to modify that. We have like 3 missing pads. Okay, now I need to concentrate on those ripped pads. That's what I need to concentrate on. Let's disconnect this cable. Okay, so all the sound I see, we have replaced it. Our next step, let's see what kind of power supply is this. Diode. Let's first take down the blown up chip. Obviously, this board won't work like that. That's our second problem. That's our chip. This is blown up. The first one is this. So let's check to ground, short to ground on that coil. If it's shorted to ground, and it's shorted. Let's take down the third one. Third one, that's the third one, it's blown up. Let's see if we can get some replacements here. From the boards for space. I think this one, that's the one. The smaller one for a smaller power supply. I'm sure I just found the one here. I think this is a low power supply, maybe 1 point something. Who knows? Or what I want to see is to see this board working. Let's look for another one, which I believe that the 5 volts power rail, which is blown up. Let's see. Let's replace our third chip. What I'm doing, I'm just taking chips from other TV boards doing the same thing, obviously. And after that we can check once you try to look for the exact board chip. Maybe you can't get anything. Let me check few things under microscope, which is not on the screen. Yeah, on this board everything is a mess. I don't know if I'll fix this. I don't know if I'll fix this. Let's check for other things. We do have a BIOS chip here on the last pin of the BIOS. It's not shorted. This coil is not shorted. This coil is not shorted. So we have the switching MOSFET on the output of the backlight circuit. It's also shorted. You can see drain to source 0, gate 0. Maybe you can see this one because we have the output capacitor and the backlight connectors here. This MOSFET is not good. Check drain to source 0. Let's take down that MOSFET and check same position again without the MOSFET. I'm sure something is also wrong there. I'm sure something is not good there. Our MOSFET, that's the MOSFET. What I will do, our multimeter is still on diode mode, so I'll go straight on the place where I took the MOSFET, drain to source. You see, it's not beeping like this. Drain to source, source to drain. It's not shorted. Let's go straight on the MOSFET. Drain to source 0, 0, 0. It's like a wire. All three pins they are together. A MOSFET is not meant to work like that. So that is our fourth problem. We have a bunch of problems on this power supply. Okay, so let me look for the MOSFET if I can get one. Where can I get this MOSFET? Let's see here. Here. What about this one? Sorry, so I just found one. Let's replace that MOSFET. That's our MOSFET. Our MOSFET is now in position. Let's check for that MOSFET. Our MOSFET looks good. So what is left is to test. We do have we change like 4 chips here, so I think we can test. Let's see if we have a working board here. I'm just waiting for the board to cool down. So what is going to satisfy us here? How are we going to get satisfied that this board is working? Because the owner didn't bring the screen. But we have this panel with the standby light. We must have a standby light there. And when you press the power on button, the standby light is meant to change from red, either green, blue, depending on the type of TV. At the moment, I will say this thing is now working, okay? So Let's see, let me cool down the board. So AC cable here. Hopefully there won't be a slight bump here. Hopefully we don't have any short. Let's cross check. Good, 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 good. According to the multimeter, I can't see any shorts. So let's see. I'll plug in the AC. AC plugged. We don't have any standby. Let's check some voltage. Okay, what about on the secondary? No. No standby light, no anything, just dead. What I want to do, I want to change this chip, which is meant to regulate 5 volts. Hopefully we don't have a dead processor here. Hopefully we don't have a dead processor here. Let's wait for the board to cool down. Let's see now. Our chip is now cold. Let me plug in the AC. AC plugged. We still have no light. That's bad. That's bad. That's a bad sign. On the big capacitor, we have 342. Let's check there. Do you have any voltage on the input of the pin? Let's check this pin. This chip, which is regulating 5 volts. We must have input voltage higher than 5 volts, maybe 12, something like. Check on the screen, 12.14, but the chip is not outputting 5 volts for the standby. Okay, so what we will do in this case, this is the time to modify things. Okay, this is a good moment to modify things. Let me see, check again which pin is driving the V in pin, which is driving 12 volts into the chip. That's pin number 2. On the output we have like a 1.65. We do have 5 volts. So why? You can see on the test meter 5 volts. That is pin number 7. It's 5 volts, but on the coil, maybe this coil is on the output. Why? Let's come with the jumper from this 5 volts straight to the coil and see what will happen. Let's put a jumper there, because I was about to use 7805 regulator, linear regulator, to regulate 5 volts, but the chip seems to have 5 volts. So let's do some tricks here. Let's do some tricks. Straight on the coil. The chip is outputting 5 volts, but we don't have 5 volts on the main or on the coil, which is meant to supply 5 volts for the standby. So what I will do, I'll put a jumper from the pin which is outputting 5 volts straight to the coil and see what will happen. What I want to see is to see this board working. Okay, so if I do remember, that was pin number 2. Pin number 2. So I need a cutter, if I can get it. Maybe I can't. Okay. So something is wrong along that power rail, because if the chip is outputting 5 volts, why we don't have 5 volts on the coil, which is meant to work with 5 volts? So I just finished putting my jumper. All good. Let's see now. Let's see now. We'll even check the voltage on the backlight circuit, provided this thing is now working. I'll plug the AC plugged. Still 0. Why? Soon as I connect, we don't have. So why? An idea? I checked it before, there was 5 volts there, but as soon as I connect the jumper, the 5 volts disappeared. And you now have 5 volts. So the jumper thing is not working. Let me look for 7805. Let me look for 7805. I think that's the one. Where is my 1 second? Let's do it now. Let's take this 7805. That's a linear regulator. Let's take down that regulator. That's our regulator. So let me check for pinout configuration. 7805. Pin number 1, that's the input. That's the input pin. Pin number 2, that's the ground pin. Let's modify the schematics here. I need like 3 wires. This one, the red for the output. Output straight on the coil. The second one, we need the let's modify things, guys. Let's see. Will this board work again? Will this board work again. We have the input pin. Hopefully now we'll win this. Pin number 1, that's the input pin. So I'll connect pin number 1 to the 12 volts, which is available in this case. And then ground is everywhere. Ground is everywhere. Nothing to worry about ground. Let me check again. The middle pin, that's the ground. The first pin, that's the input. This one, that's the output. So let's see now. Let's see now our 7805. Hopefully this must work. Yeah, that's a tricky fault. You see? We have red lights. I can't believe. You see the red lights? Let's try to power on. Can we power on this? Let's take down this chip because it's not even working. You can see now. The chip is out. If it's not outputting anything, there's no reason to keep the chip. Plugged in. Let's see now. You can see it's changing, it's working. Off. Our TV is now off, it's now red. I want you to check the changing colors of the LED. Now it's red, on. It's now green, you see? Off, is now off. The regulator is getting warm. Let's put it on heatsink. That's a good idea. Let me look for a smaller heatsink. So it seems as if this job is done, but we check all the voltages after. I can't believe that was a heatsink repair. All what we have to do is to put this. I found a heatsink here, so I'll put this one under heatsink just to spread out the heat. Let's use hot glue. We'll stick it even on top of this. Hopefully you will be able to close the TV. If we can't, we just take it off and put it on the right position so that the back cover will be in a position to close up. So what we did, we replaced the audio IC, we replaced the 5 volts regulator is blown up, so we come with our own linear regulator, which is 7805, and this power supply with a small chip which was blown up. We will check what kind of power supply is this. So let's do the last test. We have red light. Let's power on. It's now on. We have a green light here. You see? That's the green light. So what I will do, let's check some voltages on the backlight. We have 28 volts stable, so our backlights are okay. On this power supply, it's 1.19 volts, which I don't know what is it doing. On the last pin of the BIOS chip, we must have 3.3 there, and we have 3.3. You see? So 12 volts is present, 11.98. So our 12 volts is present, our 3.3 is present. This chip is getting warm because the TV is now on. So basically that's how you can modify things. So I'll give the owner everything, you put up together, and I'm sure we now have a working board here. You see, is it green? Let's turn off the TV off. It's now red. You see, red and on. The power button is responding from red to green. So this job is done. Obvious, that was a trick one. Like, subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell for future updates. See you on the next game. Okay, good night guys, or a good morning or a good afternoon, depending on the continent in which we are. See you on the next game. Bye.